Welcome to this story called Gentlemen of the Jungle, written by Jomo Kenyatta, a famous African leader and writer. This story is not just about animals. It is a powerful lesson about injustice, misuse of power, and the struggle of the weak against the strong. Many years ago, on the edge of a thick green jungle, there lived a kind and hard-working man. He had built a small hut with his own hands. It was simple, but it was his home, his shelter, and his pride. One morning, the sky turned dark and a heavy rainstorm began. Winds blew strongly, trees bent, and rain came down in sheets. Suddenly, the man's friend, the elephant, came running toward the hut. The elephant called out, "Friend, the rain is terrible. My body is getting wet and cold. Could you please allow me to put my trunk inside your hut? Just the trunk, nothing more." The man was kind-hearted. He believed in helping others. So he said, "Of course, my friend, please protect yourself." But the moment the elephant put his trunk inside, he slowly pushed in his head, then his front legs, and finally his whole body. Before the man could understand what was happening, the elephant threw him out and took over the entire hut. The man now stood outside in the storm, shivering and helpless, while the elephant enjoyed the dry and warm shelter inside. The man was angry, but he believed in justice. He walked into the jungle to complain to the lion, the king of the jungle. "Your Majesty," the man said, "the elephant has taken my hut and thrown me out. I need justice." The lion replied, "Do not worry. I will form a commission of inquiry to find out the truth." The man hoped the king would be fair. But what he did not know was that the lion had already decided whom to appoint. The commission included Mr. Hyena, Mr. Leopard, Mr. Buffalo, Mr. Fox, Mr. Rhinoceros, and other powerful animals. All of them were close friends of the elephant. The man looked around and asked, "Where is the representative for my side?" The lion replied, "You do not need one. We are all your friends. We will take care of you." The man's heart sank. He knew he was alone. The commission sat under a large tree and pretended to investigate the issue. All the animals nodded their heads politely, but inside they had already decided to support the elephant. After a long, fake discussion, the lion declared, "After careful investigation, we see that the hut is too small for both the elephant and the man. Therefore, the elephant shall keep this hut. The man may build a new hut for himself." The man was shocked. He had lost his hut through injustice. But he had no choice. He smiled politely and said, "Thank you for your great wisdom," even though his heart was burning. The man started building a new hut not far from the first. He worked hard, cutting grass, tying sticks, shaping the walls. But the moment it was ready, Mr. Rhinoceros came charging in. "Hello, friend," he said. "I need some shelter. Your new hut suits me perfectly." And before the man could say anything, Rhino pushed him out just like the elephant had done. The man was now homeless again. The man complained again, and again the lion formed a commission, and again the decision was the same. The hut is too small for both. The man must build another hut. This cycle continued again and again. Every time the man built a new hut, another animal took it away. The leopard, the hyena, the buffalo, the fox. Each time, the lion's commission blamed the small size of the hut and asked the man to build another one. Soon the man realized the truth. The animals were never going to give him justice. They only wanted his huts. After losing many huts, the man stopped complaining. Instead, he began thinking. He said to himself, "If I continue building huts, these animals will continue to steal them. I must find a way to protect myself." Then he crafted a clever plan. He built a very large and strong hut. This time, he did not decorate it or show excitement. He quietly told the animals, "My dear friends, here is the biggest hut I have ever built. You may examine it to decide who deserves it." Hearing this, all the animals rushed inside the hut. Each wanted to claim it. They began fighting fiercely with one another. While the animals fought inside, the man stood outside and closed the door tightly. Then he set the hut on fire. The animals were trapped inside. One by one, they were burnt. The jungle became silent. For the first time, the man had defeated the powerful animals who had cheated him again and again. After the fire cooled, the man built another hut, a peaceful, simple hut, far away from the greedy animals. This time, nobody came to take it away. The man finally lived in freedom, safety, and justice. Kindness should not be misused. The powerful often support each other against the weak. Fake justice is worse than no justice. When injustice becomes unbearable, the oppressed must take action. It reflects how colonial powers exploited African people and their resources.